You're saying, or are you just referring to last week?
Going up to Florida State before that game.
I said that?
You said that, yeah, before.
We've got something to prove. Oh, yeah, let me clap it up to that. I love that one. The good old classic, we got something to prove. Well, you know why that is a load of horse crap, if you got to ask me? Because he's been saying that the past 5 months leading up to the Florida State game. So that doesn't mean anything to me at this point. DeBoer is making an absolute fool out of himself, and I'm about to start calling him Shula DeBoer. Kalen DeBoer, you're starting to piss me off, man. I'm tired of being the nice guy. I'm tired of giving him the benefit of the doubt. Wait a minute. Hold on. That is not my regular intro. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hope all of you having a great day. If not, hope this video can make it a little bit better. And man, oh man, as you've already picked up on it by now, I'm probably about to go on a Kalen DeBoer and Alabama rant because there's some things that are not looking good, to say the least. And it's not even really about the players, because I made a video last night talking about it, and I'll continue to say it throughout the season. When the players aren't playing hard and they're not giving max effort, your casual fan goes, oh, well, that's not DeBoer's fault. You big dummy! Yes, it is! Because Kalen DeBoer and this sorry and sucky coaching staff, shout out to Kane Walmag, because he's the worst defensive coordinator of all time, they're enabling this behavior. I need you to understand that. It's not the players' fault. It is the coaches for allowing it to continuously happen, dating back to last year. If you haven't picked up on it by now, we're not doing no intro, none of that. I don't got time to waste. You ain't got time to waste either. We're jumping straight into this. There's plenty of other videos I need to make, but this is one I need to get to first. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, what I'm referring to, let me give you some context. We all know I'm not going to talk about the game itself. I've done plenty of that already by this point in time. Alabama on Saturday, they got embarrassed and they lost to the Seminoles. If you want to hear my analysis on the game, go watch the previous 6 or 7 8 videos. It was bad. That's all I'm going to say about it. But what we're going to talk about is, guess who's done some press conferences ever since that game? Kalen DeBoer. And by the way, he needs a new PR team, because he shouldn't be even talking to the media at this point, because every single time he opens his mouth, he pisses me off more. And I know I'm not the only Alabama fan. And I would say this is the most passionate and hyped up I've been in a video in at least, I don't know, a year or so, dating back to the last college football season, because I care. And I think at this point in time, I care more than DeBoer. If the loss to Florida State wasn't already bad enough, DeBoer made it even worse with this just idiotic press conference and the things he was saying, and he was making a fool out of himself. And this video is not just about DeBoer. Kane Walmack also sounds like a big dummy up there when he's talking about the game. First things first, DeBoer started out hot by saying this, and I quote, "I choose to believe we got a good football team." Buddy, what does that even mean? I choose to believe we got a good football team. Is it just me, or does that sound like a very uncertain thing and non-confident thing to say to the media? Even if you think you're not a good football team, you should get up there in front of the media and say something confident like this. And I guess this is the ego in me coming out, but somebody's got to have one, right? Oh yeah, no, today, inexcusable, but we're a good football team. We just didn't play up to the Alabama standard today. Sounds much better to me. Does it sound better to you? Let me know in the comment section. This is the equivalent of going golf and you shoot a 105 and your girlfriend at home says, "Hey babe, how you play today?" And you go, yeah, I didn't have my best 105, but I'm going to choose to believe I'm a good golfer. Like, what? I hope that puts it in better perspective. Do you know how delusional that sounds? That's how DeBoer, I can't speak for you, but I can speak for myself. That's how he sounds to me right now. Straight up delusional. He would earn not only my respect and everyone else's respect if he got up there on that podium and just started berating everyone saying, "We suck. The players are giving zero effort, zero energy." That's what he needs to do. Granted, the players not trying hard falls back on him, but it would send a message to the fan base, to the players, everyone. And Alabama fans, even though they're starting out the year 0-1, they would eat that stuff up and they would like it. To go on top of that, and there's another interview and press conference I'm going to show you. How come every single time, I gave him the benefit of the doubt last year, but no, this is just a regular thing at this point. Every single time the camera pans over to him during a game, he looks like he's lost in Walmart or Publix. I mean, what are these facial expressions? You know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to lie to you guys. When I'm at home and y'all see my reaction videos, whatnot, y'all see my live reactions, I am a extremely stoic individual. I'm not a guy that's going to be smashing stuff. I'm not going to scream, at the TV. I'm not dropping cuss words, stuff like that. But that's different because I'm not coaching the team. If I were the head coach, you better believe it'd be a different story. What's the phrase I'm looking for here? It's not that I don't have skin in the game because Alabama is my favorite team. It's more so of I'm not out there and I'm not going to scream at the TV because that's not going to do anything. But, and I have an extremely ginormous, enormously large big butt, if I were the head coach of this team, yeah, I'd be ripping guys to shred. Even if I didn't think it was their fault. Doesn't matter. Somebody's got to get yelled at. Y'all remember on 4th down when Ty Simpson easily could have ran for it? Man, I would have ripped him a new one. That's what the players need. Even though the game was on Ty Simpson, you got to scream at people. That's the nature of head coaching. And it's gotten to the point where Bama fans don't even care if Kalen DeBoer's in the right or wrong. They just want to see him scream at somebody. That's how sad it is. Before we go any farther and before I forget, if you do not know my stance on DeBoer, here it is. I'm giving him one more game. He has one more piss-poor coaching performance before I start up and I post and upload the Fire Kalen DeBoer video. That's it. One more opportunity. But if I see another performance like I saw against Florida State where Alabama's getting bullied on the offensive line and the defensive line, yep, I'm on the Fire Kalen DeBoer hype train. I've been on the Fire Kane Womack train dating back to last year. I stayed after the Vanderbilt game. He's got to get fired, so that's nothing new. Y'all know my stance on him. But let me show you this. I believe, there was a, oh yeah, this is the one that really irked me, so get a load of this. Here's what a reporter said, and this is to DeBoer. You mentioned the great week of preparation leading up into the FSU game. DeBoer said, I said that? Reporter, yeah, you said that. DeBoer was like, oh, yeah, I don't remember that. Matt wrote a clip.
You mentioned the great week before the game. Just how much do you self-scout the preparation before games, and are there times as a coach where maybe you notice during the week that things might not be going the way that you want them to?
You said, what do you mean, great week?
A great week. You said a great week of preparation.
For this week, you're saying, or are you referring to last
going
week?
Going up to Florida State before that game.
I said that?
You said that, yeah, before.
Oh, just,
yeah.
Okay, all right.
If some of you can't read body language, I'm going to enlighten you on something. He looks very uncomfortable up there at that podium. Much different from after you beat Georgia and games like that. You do not got to be a rocket scientist to figure out he is definitely starting to feel a little bit nervous up there, and he's feeling the heat from the fans and everybody involved with the program. But here's what blows my mind with that. He can't even remember, and he doesn't even recall that he said that. And it's not like the reporter was taking that quote out of context. No, DeBoer said that word for word. Leading up into the game, he's like, oh, yeah, preparation's been great. And then the reporter's like, yeah, you talked about the great week of preparation leading up into the game. And DeBoer's like, wait, who did? Oh, I did? I said that? Yeah, buddy, you said that. There's many other clips I could show you. I'm not going to show you the full, 10, 20-minute press conference or interview because it's not worth your time because it's just coach talk. Long story short, coach talk. And I'll give him credit. He talks a big game and a nice game at that. I'm not going to call him a sleazy car salesman, but he makes you buy into what he's preaching. For example, I'll show you another quote. Here was DeBoer's message to the players. What the guys need to do is cut it loose. They just need to go play. Other points. Block out the noise. Play with an edge. Go have fun. Don't overthink this. And here's the last quote. We've got something to prove. Oh, yeah, let me clap it up to that. I love that one. The good old classic, we got something to prove. Well, you know why that is a load of horse crap, if you got to ask me? Because he's been saying that the past 5 months leading up to the Florida State game. So that doesn't mean anything to me at this point. All I heard in the offseason is how this culture's different at Alabama. This is going to be a hard-nosed and physical team. We got something to prove. We want to show everyone we're real, we're legit. And then they play exactly like how they played last year. Embarrassing and pitiful, to say the least. In this life, I think you have two types of people. You have doers and you have sayers. The sayers talk about everything they're going to do in this life, what they're going to accomplish. I'm sure you got some buddies like this. They always talk about, oh, yeah, I'm going to get that new car. They never get the new car. Oh, yeah, I'm going to buy that new house, that new apartment. They never buy it. Talk, 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 talk. On the flip side, you got doers, and you also have some buddies like this. Next time you see them, they got a brand new car, and you're like, hey, man, I didn't even know you're getting that. Why? Because people, or my apologies, doers are too busy, guess what? Doing things. They don't have time to talk about it because they're doing the dang thing. Kalen DeBoer, quit telling me what you're going to do and just go out there and do it. How about that? There's also zero accountability on this team, but guess who that falls back on? Coach Kalen DeBoer. This team sucks, and the problem with this Alabama team is Kalen DeBoer doesn't tell them that. Somebody, like me, needs to be in that locker room telling them how much they suck because it's reality. I'm grading them off of one game and one game only. It's the only sample size we have, and so far, all I can say is, you suck. But DeBoer's problem is he's the player's coach, and he doesn't want to step on their heels and he doesn't want to get on their bad side. Whereas a guy like me, I don't care to be on your bad side. If I was the head coach of Alabama, I'd tell the guys, hey, y'all suck. Now go out there and prove to me and the rest of the nation why you don't suck. He has got to stop this, oh, it's okay, guys, we're going to bounce back. It's only no, it's not okay. These aren't 7 and 8 year olds. At this point in time, these are professional athletes. They're getting paid. DeBoer is making an absolute fool out of himself, and I'm about to start calling him Shula DeBoer. If you don't know who I'm referencing, I'm talking about Mike Shula. Or he's also like Brian Harsin 2.0 the more I think about it. To be honest, I think Shula DeBoer has a good ring to it. So yeah, one more bad coaching performance, like I said earlier, and that is his new name on the channel. And here's what's funny about DeBoer, right? If he heard me say that, he wouldn't even get all mad about it. He'd just say, hey, Matt, I appreciate it, brother, if you could quit calling me Shula. But that's his problem. He's too nice. If you want to coach in the SEC, more importantly, Alabama, you got to be an a-hole. Nick Saban, I know all the Saban fanboys aren't going to want to hear this. He was a straight-up a-hole. DeBoer's not that. He's a Mr. Nice Guy. And guess what? When you have the Mr. Nice Guy as the head coach, the players walk all over him, and that's what they're currently doing. And by the way, let me talk about this. The Alabama players are already talking about, yeah, we had a players-only meeting. That's also a load of horse crap to me, and I don't care about it. You know why? Because they had a players-only meeting after the Vanderbilt game. It feels like last year. It's deja vu. Alabama sucks. They suck. And the only reason they're going to win some games this year is because they have 4- and 5-star talent. But that's it. Unfortunately, this life isn't fair, and talent, more times than not, will outweigh hard work. But when you play a team that has some of the talent to match up with you, like a Florida State, and they work harder than you, they're going to beat your eyes in. I don't want to make this an Alabama rant video. I did want to address DeBoer's just terrible press conference. Let me know your thoughts down below. But